All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I have got a different kind of video than what I normally do. I've got a versus battle, or a head-to-head between two brake barrels. I got a comment on a previous video, someone asking me to compare a couple of guns. They asked me to compare, I think, the Daisy and the Quest 1000, but I have since sold the Quest and got something different. So I picked what I thought would be the closest match for a brake barrel matchup, and I have the Daisy 1101S. We'll do a close-up on this guy, and it's just a big old spring piston brake barrel, 177 cal. It's got a different optic setup. It's got a UTG dovetail to Picatinny adapter with a UUQ 3 to 9x40 with illuminated reticle. That's what we got on this bad boy. And then the contender, or the competition, is the Gamo Varmint 177 cal. It also has a different scope on it since the last time you saw it. It's got a really cool BSA Suite 22 with, it's also 3 to 9x40, and it also has an adjustable objective, which may help it out in this case. So we're going to do a little head-to-head or versus challenge, see which one's better. Battle of the budget springers, as I'd like to call it. Both are spring piston. One claims more fist than the other. So we're going to do a little scoring. So how we're going to do it is we're going to do a velocity test first, see which one puts out higher foot-pounds of energy. If both rifles put enough FPE to kill a squirrel, they get a point, and the one with the most FPE will win. And then we're going to do a penetration test and see if it has enough penetration to punch through a tin can, a soup can. It's, you know, they're tougher than those aluminum pop or beer cans, so if it can punch through a tin can, it can probably hunt some game or do some pest controlling. And then to wrap it all up, we're going to do and if it can make it through the can, they each get a point, or each rifle gets a point. And then we're going to do a little shooting gallery test. I got some rubber ducks printed out, and the bottom row of ducks, if you hit the bullseye, it's worth a point. Second row, 2 points. Top row, 3 points. And we'll add up the whole score and see which wins today's versus battle. So let's get it started with a velocity test. What I'm going to be using for pellets, I have found what pellets each gun likes to shoot, and they're pretty accurate with. The Norma Golden Trophy 8.4 for the Daisy, and the H&N Crow Magnums for the Gamo. So we're going to use their respective pellets that they like. So let me get this turned on. FPS. All right, we'll start with the Daisy. Let me bring the camera around so you can see. First up, the Daisy. 810 with the Normas. So I'll put the FP on the screen, but that is definitely good enough to take a swirl, especially with what I would call a middleweight pellet. Now, next up, the Gamo with the H&N Crow Magnums, 8.8 grains. Okay, 766, a little bit slower, a little bit heavier pellet. The Norma Golden Trophy FTs. Okay. Kind of went in this the side of the can and ripped right out of it. So it can go through a tin can. All right, next up, the Gamo H&N Crow Magnums. These Crow Magnums, they don't do bad in my Daisy 1101 either, but the Normas just tight a little bit, or group a little bit tighter, so I prefer those. All right, let's hit that. Let's put the smack down on that can. All right, so So there's our entrance, and as you can see, just straight through the can. You can see the exit hole. There's from the Daisy, and there's from the Gamo. Gamo hit it square on. The Daisy kind of hit it on the side, but both will go through a can. And let's do the last and final accuracy test. Let's start off with the Gamo. And we're going to be taking, I think, a total of 12 shots. So this will be a good test of accuracy for the gun and for myself. Hopefully I don't pull too many shots. See if I can be accurate enough, and we're just going to shoot straight through. I don't think I'm going to take any reshots unless I totally biff the shot, and it's totally my fault because I'm trying to beat the rain. So let's get started. We're going to go from the bottom row up, starting on the left. And it is even hard to see the big bullseyes. Okay, that's a lot clearer. That's a good thing about having an adjustable objective. Now I can see a lot clearer. All right. Well, closer on that one. Hit the duck. All right, let's do this. If we hit the bullseye on the big ducks, you get the point. If you don't hit the bullseye, you get 0. On the smaller ducks, if you hit the duck, you get half the points. If you hit the bullseye, you get full points. We'll just do that. At least so we can get some points, right? See, that one was nowhere near the duck. One more duck in that row to go. That one was nowhere near the duck either. All right, top row. 5 more shots, and then it's the Daisy's turn. We'll switch out the target, and then we'll get a total for the points. Ooh, close. Ooh. That one's touching the black outer ring of the bullseye, but not quite a bullseye. We'll just get half the points for that. Oh, that was the second duck? Okay, on the third duck. Oh, wow. Last one, and then it's the daisy's turn. We hit the brown. All right, well, all right. Let's go switch out targets, and let's do the daisy and total up the scores before it starts to rain. All right, it's starting to rain a little. Let's try to get this done. See, this one definitely seems a little bit stiffer to cock. Not as easy to throw up as the Gamo. You got to relatch the barrel. Man, neither of these are hitting the bullseye. I think I hit the duck on that one, but just to the right of him. It's like a snow and ice mix. Wow. Even tried holding over to the left. Huh. One, two. I don't know if I hit the duck or not. Maybe we did. If we hit the duck, it counts as half points. And we're on row number 2, so it's only 2 points. So 1 point. If we hit that fourth duck, no, third duck. If we hit the third duck, that's a half point. 1 point. I think we hit the duck on that one, so that's 2 points off of the second row. Now we're on the third and final row. I feel like I'm too short to like cock this and close the barrel when I'm sitting in this small chair. Yeah, shoot, that's right. It wasn't like that the other day when I checked 0. Maybe it's just the way I'm holding it. Normally I rest my gun. Normally sometimes I'll shoot in the morning for fun before I go to work, and I'll rest my gun on my truck mirror and hold it. Maybe because I'm trying to use my arm and hold it, it's shooting differently. That one was just above the head of the duck. Definitely need to hold to the left, it seems like. That hell, it fit. No, that one fit real loose and just came out, so we'll get another one. I think I might have hit the duck on that, but no bullseye. No bullseye. There's the third duck. We're on the fourth duck. I think that went right between the duck's head and its tail. All right, last duck. Last duck, and we'll tally it up and get out of here. Might have hit its head. All right, well, let's go add up these scores. Well, we'll get it close. So we missed all the big bullseyes. We hit that last duck, but because it's only worth 1 point, we're just going to call it none, the 0. So, and then on the second row, oh, come on now, that's a little windy. So on the second row, we hit the ducks at least. That last one's touching the ducks, so I'm going to count it. Those are worth half a point, so there's 2 points there. And on the top row, that shot right there is actually touching the red bullseye. We're going to count that as a 3. And we missed all the rest. So we got 2 and 3 for a total of 5 points. It has enough FP and velocity to kill a squirrel, but it didn't outbeat the daisy, so it only got 1 point. It can penetrate a can, so it gets 1 point, and we scored 5 on the shooting gallery, giving a total of 7. And then for the daisy, look at our targets. We missed all the big ducks except for that one, but again, I'm going to count it as a 0 because it's such a big target. Then on the second row, we got a bullseye there. I'm going to count that because it's touching, so that's 2 points. Hit the duck, so that's 1 point, so there's 3 on the second row. Top row, half, 1.5, 1.5, so that's 3 points up from the top row, and 3 points on the bottom. Right, 3. So I actually miscounted. So we got 3 points on the bottom row because we got 2 points because it's touching the bullseye, and then 1 point for hitting the duck, and then we got 1.5 points for those 2 ducks because we hit them. So that's total 3 points from the shooting gallery, and because it won the velocity test, it put out more FPE with the Normas, and it can kill a squirrel, so it won 2 points there. It got a point for being able to penetrate through the tin can, and we scored 6 total points on the duck gallery, giving a grand total of 9. So today's winner is the Daisy 1101. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I thought this would be really fun to do, a fun way to test and kind of like put guns head to head, see which one has the better foot-pounds of energy, which one's stronger, which one can penetrate a can better, and which one is ultimately more accurate. And today, the Daisy 1101 was the winner. So this gun won. It just barely outbeat the Gamo Varmint. It was a close match, only 2 points behind. If I could maybe shoot a little bit better or had a little bit more practice time, maybe I could get these zeroed in better. I don't know why this one was shooting off to the right so much, because when I was shooting it earlier this week to make sure the 0 was good, it was dead on. So I don't know why it was shooting off to the right. But that's it for today. The rain's coming down, so I'm going to get my stuff packed up and wiped off. So have a good one.